Good people, I come to you today to talk about a story that, for anybody that's been paying attention and not lying to themselves, knows that this has been the biggest no brainer since about 2019, and that's Disney returning back to their family oriented, anti agenda pushing ways that made them into the global behemoth that they are. There was this article that I read recently that stated that over 71% of Americans reject Disney CEO's Bob Liar Liar Pants on Fire Iger current direction for the company, and all I have to say is bravo. Bravo to the moms and dads out there that is tired of companies like Disney pushing topics on kids that should only be discussed with their parents, or at least at first anyway, because we all know those conversations can and will be had when kids start talking amongst themselves. Now, don't sit there and act like that never happened in your childhood friend circle because I'm pretty sure they did. However, bravo, I say, to the single people out there who, even without kids, knew that Disney has been on some bull jive for a while now. So, after this story came out, maybe the big wigs at Disney took a look at it and wanted to pull a quote from The Rock. It doesn't matter how you feel. But I mean, they shouldn't be shocked since the one thing that big corporations understand, if anything, is their bottom line. If you take a look at Disney's stock price from the start of 2021 until today, their stock price has fallen 52.5%, and that is at a time where the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and the Dow has all seen gains of over 30% during this same period. We have seen reports after reports about Disney movies and shows being flop after flop after flop, and no matter the nostalgia of things can save them. Oh, which I want to point out that, I know there's been a lot of fanfare and talk about X-Men 97, and I made a video a few months ago back while I was talking about how, because it's Disney, that at some point they will ruin that show and the ratings probably wouldn't be that good. And lo and behold, the ratings for that show aren't that good as I predicted. So even slapping X-Men on the title isn't going to save them. And the show actually didn't even pull numbers as good as a show like Miss Marvel. Even with all of those losses, in case anyone from Disney or maybe even fans are listening to this video and might be wondering why. Why isn't anything we put out working? You might think that it's because of some word that ends in ism or phobia, but that isn't it. I generally believe that there are still a lot of people who love Disney. We grew up on it, and in some way, it helped shape our lives, and we just hate to see it this way. It's kind of like, having that one close family member or friend who you have known your whole life, but you see them make dumb decision after dumb decision for years, and you sit there and you're praying that they would get back, to actually being that cognizant functioning person that you knew them to be, until finally you're just like, I've had enough of this. And you tell them, until you get your life back right, we done. That's how most fans of Disney are today. We remember a time where thoughtful storytelling went into movies and shows instead of insert woke agenda here. We remember having actors play roles because they truly loved the roles, not because they were a DEI hire to fill a quota. It wasn't that long ago, so we know that they have the capabilities to do this. Maybe they should take a line from one of their characters about this one that
The hardest choices require the strongest will.
and doing that would have them to have to give up on this ESG dream that they are trying to live up to. Now, I know that would cost them their three biggest shareholders in Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street, but In the long term, the company would be better for it. Hey, look, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just a guy on YouTube making videos, trying to get my hustle on and giving my opinion about this. But then again, I could be right because, as far as I'm concerned, what else does Disney have to lose but more of its ever dwindling fan base?